Hello, so good to meet you at this global motivational meeting. We are reading World Scriptures book to inspire and empower with positive vibe for the day. This holy book inspires billions of people, families, communities, countries, and the whole world, and will help you to just read these quotes and practice them daily. As we read the book from the beginning, please find all the chapters in our message to be in the channel. And let's read further about quality for happy life. Caution and vigilance. A person walking the road of life must be vigilant. It is not to lead a carefree and casual existence, moment by moment face occasion to either do good or evil, either to remain faithful to principles or to violate them. There are shares and pitfalls along the way, and to fall into one could spell disaster. Hence, we need caution, vigilance, and mindfulness to survive and progress one on the spiritual path. Hence, the world scripture call to vigilance, to be alert against any sin or diversion from a life lived in accordance with God's will. The Christian Bible warns that the Lord comes like a thief in the night, and encourage constant wakefulness through such passages as the parable of the wise and foolish madness. Islam calls us to constantly remember Zakara God, His commandment and His mercies, and reminds us through the duty of daily prayer. The Jewish sage recommend interpreting commandments strictly to place a fence around the law, so that there can be no possibility of transgression. The religions of the East promote meditative disciplines that train the aspirant to watch over his or her thought at all times. Father Moon affirms the need of vigilance at all times and reminds us of the biblical figures of all who made serious mistakes due to the momentary lapses in vigilance. In fear and trembling, with caution and care, as thought of the brink of a chasm, as thought reading the thin ice. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. A monk should step carefully in his walk, supposing everything to be a snare for him. Even those who have much learning, faith, and willing perseverance will become defeated by a moral fall due to the mistake of a lacking alertness. The master said, danger is when a man feels secure in his position. Destruction threatens that a man seeks to preserve his worldly estate. Confusion develops when a man has put everything in order. Therefore, the superior man does not forget danger in his security, nor ruin when he is well established, nor confusion when his affairs are in order. In this way, the gains personal safety and is able to protect the empire. In the I Ching, it is said, what if it should fail? What if it should fail? In this way, it ties it to a cluster of mulberry shoots make success certain. Misfortune is the root of good fortune. Good fortune gives birth to misfortune. Who knows where it is a turning point? What is lawful is obvious, and what is unlawful is obvious. and between them are matters which are ambitions and of which many people are ignorant. Hence, he who is careful in regard to the ambitions has justified himself in regard to his religion and his honor. But he who stumbles in the ambitions has stumbled in the forbidden, as the shepherd pasturing around a sanctuary is on the verge of pasturing in it. It is not true that every king has a sanctuary, and is not the sanctuary of God that which he has forbidden. Rabbi Akiba, Rabbi Akiba said, "Laughter and levity accustom a man to immorality. Tradition is a fence for Torah. Titles are a fence for riches. Vows are the fence of a settlement. A fence for wisdom is silence. Just as a wealthy merchant with only a small escort avoid a perilous road, just as one is desiring to live avoid poison, even so should one shun evil things. The kingdom of heaven shall be compared to 10 men who took their lamps and went to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. For when the foolish took their lamps, they took no oil with them, but the wise took less of oil with their lamps. As the bridegroom was delayed, they all slumbered and slept. But at midnight there was a cry, "Behold, the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all those men rose and kindled their lamps. And the foolish said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, for our lamps are going out." But the wise replied, "Perhaps there will not be enough for us and for you. Go rather to the dealers and buy for yourself." And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and those who were ready went in him with him to the marriage feast, and the door was shut. Afterward, the other maiden came also, saying, "Lord, Lord, open to us." But he replied, "Truly I say to you, I do not know you. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour." Further, let's read quote from the second Messiah, Father, Son, and Moon. You, the youngest one, are standing at the crossroad of the good and evil. If you take one wrong step, you might fall into a steep and deep pit of death. Although it is difficult, take the step that will let you stand tall. Then you can be victorious prince and princesses who look out at the hope of a shining tomorrow that lie on the broad plain. Therefore, you need to watch each step. Be careful as you walk on the snow-covered road. The greater you become, the more you have to watch under your feet. The smaller you become, the more you have to look up to heaven. Be careful about the words you speak. Be careful about what your eyes see, and be careful about the words you hear. Do not listen to self-centered remarks. Do not look at selfless deeds. Do not even talk to the person who lives selfishly, and do not make excuses for yourself. To be public means to live for the whole, and to be private means to live for the self. When you calmly evaluate yourself, you may find yourself in a country wherever what is public and what is private. Therefore, religions teach fasting, suffering, modesty, and humility in order to restrain the body, which is inclined to be self-centered. Think once, twice, and 3 times before you act. And unwarranted or improper statement can ruin your entire life. Hearing one unrighteous word can ruin your entire life. One wrong action can also ruin your life. Making a wrong friend can also lead you to ruin your life. Hence, many saints and sages have thought that we should be cautious about what we hear, say, and do, and about what we take for friends, east or west, past or present. This philosophy is true. On the other hand, one religious good statement at the opportune time can bring total dramatic success to a life. Hearing the right thing or at the right moment can lead to a decision that will make an entire life successful. One right action at the right time can bring great success. It is the same with making a friend. For example, a sister, he could go out to the street and meet a good man and have one conversation. That could be enough to initiate a friendship that leads to him become her husband. The road of misfortune goes not ordinarily start from a major crisis. More often, it is a trivial matter that open the door to great unhappiness. It is hard to overcome even a small difficulty as long as your thinking is self-centered. Therefore, you should think twice about what you are doing. In analyzing great mistakes of serious crimes, we invariably find that if the person had thought of the impact his action would have on the well-being of others, he probably will not have committed such a blunder, particularly when we are faced with making an important decision. You are left to choose the path of misfortune unless you stop to think twice before you act, to check whether you think is public or self-centered. Those who reason from selfish are truly their own most enemy. The fall of Adam and Eve was not the result of a planned failure that took 1 year or 10 years. The failure was brought forth in one moment. And that failure at a moment became the base for the corruption of the kingdom that had been an preparation for millions of years. When we think about this, we realize how fearful one moment is. Due to the failure of a single moment, people walking their religious path in every age have had to pay a price of great suffering. Numerous secular people too have been ruined by a single misstep of a moment. All their subsequent suffering became part of a tremendous sacrificial offering for indemnity. When we understand this, every hour that we ordinarily live so casually became fearful. Even a single second within that hour, and we want to exert ourselves to make it a success. Every hour in your daily life is fearful, even each minute of every hour. Know how to struggle for every moment, for apart from one moment. Heaven cannot exist. And only Noah, if only Noah had been more prudent in the days after the flood, uh, he would not have become drunk and lain naked. Would he have done such a thing if he had thought it over a bit more? With just a little more prudence and patience, he would not have allowed himself to get drunk. We can definitely say his mission would have success if he had continued to be prudent. Likewise, when Abraham was making his offering, why did he only divide two of the three offerings and neglect to cut the birds? He would not have made the mistake if he had thought more carefully as he was arranging the offering. When Jacob was receiving his trial from heaven, he never relaxed his mental vigilance for a moment. So powerful quotes. If you have difficulties, please watch one more time this video or share this video as we end this billion happy life subscribers marathon. Contact me for consultation, cooperation, and become a member of this Heavenly Parents Holy community. And don't forget to leave a comment how these quotes help in your life. Wish you a great blessed day and see you tomorrow with more powerful quotes. All the best. Bye bye. Yours, Coach Nikolai Serpal.